Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the University of Virginia and the Cavaliers, where around here they say learning never ends, and they hope to teach a lesson in this one. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Florida State Seminoles taking on the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Noles will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Virginia's offense will get the first crack at it here. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Morris. Got a man, it's Harris. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
The Cavaliers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The lone back's got it. Finding an escape route. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Quarterback on the keeper. It's a running room. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man, it's Morris. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Cavaliers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Lucas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Florida State Seminoles offense has the ball for the first time. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
Off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Pittman. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
To the air, it's Castellanos. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Give to Brown. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Cavaliers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. We've reached the end of the period. It's Virginia holding the lead. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Virginia. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Quickly complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Reads it, fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's White. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Some much-needed life from this offense as they tried to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Courtney. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Morris. Using the quick game. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Grabbed in the backfield. It's McLaughlin. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
That ball hit him right in a bad spot, right in the hands. Really unfortunate he didn't come down with that one.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Slithers into space. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
And the Knowles in a good spot here with second and short. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Got his man. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's caught! Touchdown, Florida State!
That is exactly how you want to end. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up and take all the momentum into halftime.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they capped things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
And the Cavaliers will kick it away to start the second half. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finding open areas. Quarterback gets past the marker. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. How about this dude going off script for the Knowles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Punt is in the air. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Dropping back, it's Morris. Plucks it out of the air.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Courtney. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Quick strike complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Here on 3rd down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
So they'll send out the field goal unit, and he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Now the play fake. Looking to scramble. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To throw, it's Castellanos, extending the play. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Really nice job and poise by the quarterback there, right? Because it's third down, you just got sacked the play prior, but you do a nice job in the pocket, you get through your progression, it's not open, you take off and run, pick up the first down, fresh set of downs there. Really good job by the QB showing off his poise.
And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the third quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Going to sling it on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Noles will send out the punt unit. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to pass, it's Morris. Oh, they had the screen all set up on 1st down, and he couldn't make the catch.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going for the big play. Holds it in on the left. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
To the air on first down. He's got it. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Wants to throw again. On target. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. He'll pull it down. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's McLaughlin. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Finds a tight end. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Looking downfield on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. He's got him this time. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. A huge point after this for the lead. And they take the lead, and now in the waning moments, they're so close to a win. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snagged in the middle. It's Courtney. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, it's loose. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Here's a throw downfield late.